We go to England.
Yeah.
And after a senseless mass stabbing at a Taylor Swift-themed children's party that left 2 dead, rioting has broken out across the country.
What?
Due to, surprise, illegal migrants.
That is one big pile of shit.
I'm Giles Borgonzo on this. Brits, you got no one to blame. But you.
It's true.
And it's what's next. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Giles Borgonzo, what's next? Your daily dose. Hope you guys are feeling good today. And of course, this is the weekend edition. Well, we're going to take a trip over to lovely England across the pond because literally all hell is breaking loose over there. And sadly, it's no surprise between those who are illegals and, of course, the British citizenry. Why? Well, after the mass and senseless stabbing at a children's theme party that left many injured, including 3 dead, yeah, the Prime Minister thinks he's got a hold on. No, he doesn't. And here we go. This comes out of Breitbart. England on the brink. Starmer, Prime Minister Starmer, vows swift action against anti-immigration extremists. Government advisor backs COVID-style lockdowns to stop the rioting. Yeah, good luck with that. British Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer has vowed that the police have his full support in taking on extremist and anti-mass immigration protests. Riots have broken across the UK following the mass stabbing at a children's dance party in Southport earlier in the week. Facing a full-blown crisis less than 1 month in office, recently elected leftist Prime Minister Starmer gathered top cabinet ministers on Saturday as an unrest erupted in dozens of towns and cities throughout the UK, and in many cases, typical Labour Party strongholds north of England in response to the slaying of 3 young girls and the stabbing of 8 others, including children, allegedly by a 17-year-old Rwandan heritage second-generation immigrant on Monday. Gee, I wonder why that was allowed to occur. The Guardian, citing the far-left Hope Not Hate organization, reported that the estimated 35 locations have been scheduled to see protests on Saturday, some of which saw violent clashes between participants and police, as well as attacks on businesses, particularly in Belfast, Hull, Liverpool, and Manchester. According to Telegraph, at least 90 arrests were made throughout the country on Sunday, i.e. today. A Downing Street spokesman told the paper, the Prime Minister set out that the police have full support and take out extremists on our streets who are attacking police officers, disrupting local businesses, and attempting to sow the hate by intimidating communities. Quote, the Prime Minister ended by saying that the right to freedom of expression and the violent disorder we have seen are 2 different things. He said there is no excuse for violence of any kind, and reiterated that the government backs the police to take all necessary action to keep our streets safe. Gee, if you're running around with, if the bobbies are running around with, batons, what are you going to do against, these migrants who got, knives and guns? Just saying. The hardliner rhetoric from the left-wing PM, who has characterized the protests and riots as, quote, far-right, which is far-right bullshit, on the outpouring of rage and violence has been contrasted to his response during the deadly and deeply destructive Black Lives Matter riots of 2020, which, according to them, between them and Antifa, are solely responsible for the billions in damage in the U.S., when he infamously took the knee in solidarity with the Marxist movement and described those involved in people rightly demanding justice, yes, for the cause. The government also faces criticism for refusing to discuss footage posted on social media appearing to show violent responses from large groups of Muslim or leftist counter-protesters. No, we can't show that because we don't want to look, maybe, I don't know, possibly, could be, bigoted. Of course, after the mass stabbings, Prime Minister declared that many challenges driven by the far-right hatred, actual bullshit. Child-slaying suspect named as Alex Ruktabana, whatever the hell his name is, Starmer threatens rioters with retribution. New anti-riot police command promises to protect Muslim community because it couldn't possibly be them who caused all this shit. No, it was the white dudes. The Prime Minister's response to the first crisis of his expected 5-year term, I don't see it happening, has been heavily criticized by the Reform UK party of Nigel Farage, who accused Starmer of failing to address the root cause of the anger, which is mass migration. Fact. On Friday, Farage's deputy, Boston Scourge's MP Richard Tice said many millions of concerned British citizens are furious at the lawless Britain. Children being slaughtered, machete mobs abound, soldiers being stabbed, police violently attacked in airports. Instead of empathy, Keir Starmer labeled folk as far right, out of touch, clueless. However, others have demanded the government go farther, including Tory leadership candidate and former House Secretary Priti Patel, who has called on Starmer to recall Parliament to order an emergency session on the unrest.
Be in no doubt, those that have participated in this violence will face the full force of the law. The police will be making arrests, individuals will be held on remand, charges will follow, and convictions will follow. I guarantee you will regret taking part in this disorder, whether directly or those whipping up this action online and then running away themselves. This is not protest. It is organised, violent thuggery, and it has no place on our streets or online.
They're going to try to use COVID tactics on the unruly people, because they're just peaceful protesting. Remember that back in the summer of 2020, where those peaceful protesters were burning down half the city, causing billions in damage, all due to a fentanyl felon? Anyway, just facts. But with this, when you have a clearly illegal broke into the house, mass stabbing, children dead, parents outraged, country outraged. So instead of focusing on what is the actual focus of it, which is mass migration, illegal migration, no, we want to blame the far right because that's what the left does. The left doesn't want to come off as being bigoted or hateful or, phobic. Bullshit. It's utter bullshit. But the fact of the matter is, Brits, this is all on you. All of it is on you. After 9/11, you guys had the opportunity to squash this mess. And I mean squash it thoroughly. But no, you didn't want to seem, you don't want to seem, impatient. You don't want to seem unruly. You don't want to seem, all the other words I just mentioned. You wanted to play the PC game. Well, the PC game is biting you in the ass over and over and over again, to the point where I won't be surprised in about 10 years or so, the white majority, the British majority, is going to be the minority. And you will have to answer to them, because they only answer to one. Yeah. Allah Akbar, anyone? I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is what's next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching as always. And we'll see you next time. Peace.